Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another gear review video on this beautiful blustery day here in the southwest. What we're doing is looking at this. This is the Rap Downpour Plus Jacket. I've been using this for the last few weeks and we're getting on quite nicely, I must admit. So it's kind of your mid-weight jacket that's available within the waterproofing world. So it weighs 340 grams, so it's not the lightest, but it's certainly not the heaviest. And it's designed for everyday use. What that actually means, I'm still trying to interpret, but I'll get there at some point. But I've been using it walking, running and cycling, and we're getting on all right. It retails at £130, and let's just have a chat about some of the features. I want to help you make a decision as to whether or not this is the right jacket for you and in your life. So the fabric then is 2.5 layer Pertex shield. So the Pertex shield is kind of the waterproofing and breathability stuff that they've made into this fabric. It really is quite durable. It feels very light. You've got nice articulated sleeves. Breathability wise, it's been performing quite nicely when I've been out on the bike and out working up a sweat running. I sweat so much when I run, it's ridiculous. But obviously most jackets when they leave the factory have a DWR, so a durable water repellency finish, and that just helps that water bead off quite nicely, as you see in all of the adverts that are online. But once that wears off, we'll see how this material stands up to the test of a rather nasty downpour or a day in the rain. It's been in some pretty harsh weather in the last few weeks with me, but it's still going, so that's all right. Other features of this jacket then, if I'm wanting to lock out the wind like I really am right now, then I've got Velcro cuffs here. I can pull those nice and tight against my wrists and lock out the wind. And then also on my hips here, I've got a double access, or a double toggle point with this adjustment point here on the hip, so I can pull that nice and tight against my body and stop it sort of rising up if I'm wearing a backpack. With regards to backpack fit, it fits quite nicely with the backpack. You can still access the pockets, and the pockets themselves are OS map compatible, so you can shove an OS map in there quite nicely, which is great. Although a downside for me in the pocket world of this jacket is it's not got a chest pocket, so I'm kind of like, what am I doing? Because I like having a chest pocket, but it doesn't, so I'm working with it. All of the zips on this jacket are YKK AquaGuard zips, so they're designed to stop water getting through, penetrating them, and all of the seams are taped seams. So again, these are kind of weak points on the jacket, stopping that wind, stopping that rain coming through. So Rab have really put some extra attention into those areas and is paying off, which is great. The zip is only one side access, so you can't unzip it from the bottom, but if I zip it all the way up to the top and come up to the chin here, you can see I've got a beard guard on the storm flap, so this is the flap that goes behind the zip, just again extra protection from the wind. My only downside to this, and I'm still trying to convince myself that it's okay, but it just does not feel okay, is that the beard guard is literally on the storm flap, but then next to it you've got this horrible, well, it's not that horrible, but this cold fabric that goes against your skin, and it gets sticky if you breathe into it, and it's just not very nice. So I've been wearing this with a buff, which is fine, but it's just something extra to carry, which is a shame. So I just wish they'd extended that nice soft fabric just a little bit, a couple of inches out, and then, because your chin isn't just this bit, is it? It's all of this. And I know it's a beard guard as well, but come on, Rab. So that's my only little thought there. If I zip this all the way up, you can see how nice and high this collar goes. Obviously I've got this all adjusted for me already, but I can get this right up over my mouth just for that extra protection. And if we have a look at the hood, bringing this up and over, we've got 3-point toggles, so I've got two here, so pull that nice and tight, and one on the back of the head there as well, so I can pull that tight, lock it in. This is a helmet compatible hood, so if I wanted to put a hood underneath, whether a climbing or a cycling helmet, pop that under there, zip it all up, I'm all locked in, ready to go into the worst of the winds and the rain that the country and the world can throw at us. So I'm loving this hood. I think it's really great. It's kind of a hood you tend to find on more expensive jackets, so it's nice they've been able to incorporate that into this jacket. Excuse me a minute, I need to put my hat back on. There we go, just felt a bit odd without it. You can probably see when I lift up my arms, these little dangly bits. So these are pit zips, which is quite unusual actually to find in a jacket, and I love them, and that was the main buying point for me with this jacket. They just help to, you can open them up and literally it's just straight away access to your next layer, and it's perfect for ventilation on a day where you're working up a bit of a sweat but it just keeps showering, you don't want to take your jacket off. Pit zips are the answer. Obviously they add a bit more weight to the jacket, so this would be lighter without the pit zips, but I love a good pit zip. Who doesn't? They're great. So there we go, they're only one side sort of access, so a bit awkward to do up on your own sometimes, but it's a bit of a knack. There we go, so you've not got one on either side unfortunately, but there we go, nice pit zips on this jacket. And to be honest, that's pretty much it. It's just a jacket with a few features, but it is a nice jacket with a few nice features. So, do you have this jacket? Have you been using this jacket? What do you think? Leave it in the comments below. Actually, if you want this jacket, why do you want it? Leave that in the comments below as well. Love to hear from you. Love to get this discussion started. And guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, enjoy your adventures and stay wild.